Warren and Donna Pett were farmers in McGuanago. By all accounts, they were ordinary people with an extraordinary faith. They had big hearts, and so people loved them and they loved them back. They were very involved in the church and the choir and in the youth ministry. And one year during the missions festival, they felt called by God to go to the mission field. And so in 1998, they sold their 100-year-old farm in McGuanago and moved to Africa. A few years later, they went to the country of Uganda to work with Here's Life, fulfilling a dream to teach agriculture out of their faith and commitment to Christ. But sadly, one day, they were martyred for their faith. And now, 18 years later, their sons, Saul and Ezra, reflect on the legacy of their parents.
If you'd have asked me in June of last year, so when are you gonna go to Africa, to Uganda, and visit where your parents were working? I'd have said never. Before you got out of your mouth, hey, you wanna go to Uganda, I'd have said no. I had a lot of anger towards God, a lot of anger towards the people in Uganda, a lot of anger towards the situation, even the people at Here's Life that they were working with, because they're the ones that brought them there. So for me, I had absolutely no desire to go there at all.
I think I started off the idea of going on this trip because I had a friend that I used to live with in Africa, in Tanzania. She was able to make some contact with mom and dad's the people that they worked with. In doing that, we found out some ideas of what the community needed, and one of the things was clean water. So that was my big intention on going to the trip, was seeing what we could do with water.
I got a call from him after he had talked to Heather a couple times, but he was just absolutely on fire with this idea that we were gonna go do wells in Uganda. I'm like, cool, when are we leaving? So the excitement in him sparked something in me to go with him and be part of the journey. So I'm gonna embarrass you. You ready? Yeah, he went to build wells. I went to build a relationship with my brother. I don't know how successful it was. He hates hugs still, which is weird, but we'll figure it out.
It was on the evening of March 18th, 2004, that religious extremists descended upon the village where Warren and Donna lived, set their home on fire, and gunned them down as they emerged. Also killed that evening, one of the students from the school, Isaac Jarugo, who tried to intervene to save them.
On the way down there, it was just very peaceful. It was like a peaceful walk, because I didn't know what I was gonna get into, what emotions were gonna happen. It was peaceful, but I'm trying to picture in my head that night of them walking the same paths. And then when we got there and then we went through the whole story, it was definitely it's a story that we've been told before, but we've never been told firsthand. And that was, yeah.
Or standing right there where it happened. As I started to meet the people from Here's Life and the people in Uganda, and just being there, the anger just kind of melted. I guess I don't know another word for it. Before I went, I knew I didn't want to be angry anymore. But I didn't know what that was going to look like, and I didn't know how to even start that journey because I'd held on to it for so long. But then being there with them and seeing their spirits and their hearts and the emotion that they carry with them, you couldn't stay mad, you couldn't stay angry. There was just too much. There was too much love and joy there for it to go any other direction. It just started to slowly tear down a lot of the walls that I had built up. I want you to say what you said to Chris.
Oh, about the second trip?
No, sitting on the porch, talking to Chris.
I don't remember any of that.
Why did you go to Uganda?
To work on wells.
Why did you go to Uganda?
To work on wells.
No. What was the actual reason you went to Uganda?
To work on wells.
Why did God have you go to Uganda?
To get a relationship with God again.
I also think that he had us there, or me there, to help build my relationship with my brother. because I think we're both going to need each other if we decide to keep moving forward in this. So I ain't doing it without you. So.
Just as Warren and Donna Pett brought the living water of the gospel to Uganda, Saul and Ezra are continuing to honor their legacy by providing clean water for irrigation and fish ponds that will help feed the community and refugees living nearby.
I think an ongoing theme for the entire week we were there, and it was said, I don't even know how many times, John 12:24, where it says, unless a seed falls to the earth and dies, it remains a single seed. But if it dies, it germinates much fruit. And so we get to start to see what that might look like. And it's hard because that means that something had to die to get there. But now we get to see if there's more there. So we'll see what we can do to help water the seeds, I guess. Mm-hmm. So if that's what we're called to do.
Be farmers again.
Oh no. It's a horrible idea. Farmers again.